Hey, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is podcast number five on the NSFUSA tournament, Chicago 2023. Today, I'm blessed to have the Vice President of the glamorous NSFUSA, Charles Iyamu. I want to introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, everybody. It's Charles Iyamu here, representing NSFUSA as the Vice President. Excited for what we have coming up here in a couple of weeks. So can't wait. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So today, it's barely days, 2.5 weeks to the National Dad. And this time we wanted to, go to the groups, see the group rankings, see how, what we think is going to happen. Just go to the groups, see how things are going to play out, and try to discuss that and see teams that are in those groups and see if they could go all the way to the final. So let's start with Group A. Charlie, I know you're quite really, really excited. Can you tell us how those groups were ranked, how they came up to be seeded? We
yeah.
have Invisible Eagles, Calling Stars, Atlanta Eagles, and Chicago. That's a question that has come up. How were they specifically ranked by the
Yeah, I think it's good to give everybody a little bit of a backdrop, give everybody a little brief history. We did conduct the draws for this year's tournament 2 days ago. Amidst a lot of fanfare, and thanks to our head official and everybody, Secretary General, and who put everything. I'm sorry, our match commissioner. I always get them confused. Who had all hands on deck to ensure that we have a fantastic drawing. So in order to facilitate the process, we had to seed the teams because we have 4 groups, and the top seeds for this year's tournament were based on the following criteria. The first seed was the defending champion, Calling Stars FC out of Houston, Texas. The second seed is the host team, but also a historically strong team, which is Chicago Gazelle. They always do well in every tournament that they participate in. The third seed was the immediate past champion, so the 2021 champion, which was Atlanta Eagles. They didn't do so well in Austin, but we gave them that respect as being the immediate past champion. And then the fourth seed was the best performing team out of the rest in 2022, which was Invincible Eagles, who had a quarterfinal showing in Austin and only lost out to the eventual finalist via penalty shootout. So they were able to get the fourth seed. So those were the top 4 for this year's tournament: Calling Stars, Chicago Gazelle, Atlanta Eagles, and Invincible Eagles.
Well, thank you very much, Charlie. I hope this clears the doubts with teams like BAFC and, the Calling FCs of this world that are trying to ask wonder why they weren't seeded. And I tell them we'll get a striker first, but we could we could get started. So let's go.
It was a tough call between between Invincible and BAFC on who was going to get that. Who was going to get that 4th seed?
Oh, wow. Why? It was really a tough call.
It was a tough call because BAFC have more history in the tournament than Invincible Eagles.
Wow.
So we had to make a judgment call on that one.
I know. The judgment call was based on no striker. We gotta make that. So let's go to Group A. Group A, we have Invisible Eagles, we have Schaumburg All Stars, we have Calling FC, we have BAFC. My thoughts, first of all, Schaumburg All Stars, nobody knows them. We haven't played against them. We don't know how they're going to play. And there's always that element of surprise as to, what they're going to do. Have you heard anything about Schaumburg All Stars?
Just like you said, normally a new team that comes to NSFUSA tournament, they can't chop king. Because they are usually not used to the physicality of the tournaments and the intensity of playing so many games in a short period of time. So historically, new teams don't do well. But last year, Calling Stars put all that history in the garbage and showed up and went all the way to the final. And then we also have, I think in El Paso, we had some Mexican teams who had never played with us who came and showed us Pepe. But aside from those two examples, new teams, especially in the host city, they are coming to donate 3 points. So I think for the sake of this analysis, we can safely assume Schomburg is coming to donate 3 points to the other 3 teams in the group.
So we can safely assume the new 3 points FC will be Schomburg All-Stars. The good thing about that between Schomburg and 3 points FC, they're based in Illinois, based in close to Chicago. So I guess that continues in there. So Schomburg, we expect you to finish 4th. Analysis, right?
Yes, I expect Schomburg All-Stars to finish last in this group.
So let's go to the next one, Colin FC. Mind you, Colin FC, I know they're coming with passion. I know Darkboard, the president, is putting things together. From the scout reporting we're having, we're hearing they've recruited players as far back as Cotonou, trying to come in here and play. So with Colin FC, I know they're based in Houston. I've seen them. They're excellent champions, but I don't know how they can translate that. This is their first time calling FC. And let me tell you something. The majority from what we're hearing, the team that will play in this national were part of the Texas Challenge. And that was the team that abandoned the match after game 2, after they were
No.
National. What are your thoughts?
So just give everybody a little bit of history again with Colin FC. If you notice, I've been saying Colin Stars are the defending champions, not Colin FC. 2 separate teams. Colin Stars is different from Colin FC. But however, there's some commingling there. There are some players who have played for both teams, and actually they were actually one for a while there up until coming to the national. So now that Colin Stars are coming to defend their trophy, Colin FC decided to put together a team. Now, just as Nimi has alluded to, Dapo, the TM of the team right now, I don't like to lose. He's going to make sure that he puts a strong team out there in Chicago. So even though that they are not Colin Stars, they are coming as Colin FC. Colin FC has participated in this tournament before. They participated in 2018 in Houston. They were a pretty decent team, but they're not coming for the group because the group had DG and Maryland in there. There was no way they were coming out from that group. Yeah, they finished 3rd in that group. That was their first time participating as Colin FC. Some of those players are now playing for Colin Stars, so this is going to be a brand new team, but with heavy recruiting as well. So I think the remaining 3 teams in this group is going to be a toss-up. But let us finish analyzing every team.
Yeah, then
we can say the only thing that's guaranteed is Schomburg.
Schomburg is Woto. They will get that Kane.
They go chop Kane for this group.
They will chop breakfast.
Yes.
Sharp, hot. Okay, so let's go to BAFC. BAFC, I keep bringing this up. I'm excited. I'll be paying special emphasis to who wears that number 9. I know for 4 years now they've been struggling to get that number 9, but they're not a pushover.
No.
They're a good team.
Yes.
Ogbe just needs to know that he has to retire and just sit aside a
Ogbe they play ball.
Let the younger guys play. But what are your thoughts on BAFC based on pedigree?
Yes, BAFC, they have been in recent history, they have been part of some of the most exciting games that I've watched in NSFUSA. I saw them in Atlanta put together a show in their game against Super Green, who is a very, very tough team. And then I watched them against Dallas Golden Eagles last year in Austin as well. They put on a very strong performance. BAFC, don't sleep on them. I don't think they have the depth to go all the way, to the final rounds of the tournament, but I definitely fancy them to get out of the group. They are a strong enough team, and I'm pretty sure Omorogbe and Michael have combed the entire Bay Area, and they are coming with the best number 9 to this tournament this year. I am very confident of that.
Wow. It's something when you say they're coming with you're confident about that. Are you confident? Are you confident about that for sure?
I actually tip BAFC to top this group.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Let's see how that goes. So the final team, in my power rankings, based on current form, I am ranking Invisible Eagles were ranked number 3 in my power rankings. This is based on Texas Challenge, how they perform Texas Challenge, how they've done, last year with the national, going all the way to penalty shootout against the eventual champions, and the recruitment of this of their inbred team, right? This team, their youth team, they have this.
The
Yes,
academy
the
players.
academy players. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about? To me, Invisible Eagles top this group easily. What are your thoughts?
I think Invincible Eagles, they have a pretty solid team. And I saw most of their games at Texas Challenge, but I also saw them in the final game against a team that we wish was here, Houston Green Eagles. And let me just say, what's the word? What's the proverb? Where would they talk? Kaki no be leather. Water pass Gary for that final match. The team chop them. So that's why I'm thinking that they're probably going to be able to get points against. They'll get points against Schaumburg. That game against Colin FC is not going to be a walkover because of some of the guys that are going to be there, and the game against BAFC is going to be a tough one. Honestly, I think BAFC will top the group, but not by much. And I think Invincible will go out in the first round, and Colin FC will emerge as the second team in this group.
Abomination.
Mm, mm.
So
Listen, I know Zaza and CJ. They do a very tremendous job recruiting in the Houston area, and they are put together a very strong squad. But it's one thing to play tournaments in your home states and in your home city. It's another thing to take that team out to a state like Illinois, to a city like Schaumburg in Chicago suburb, and perform there. The last time Invincible traveled, they were walloped back and blue and sent back to Texas. So traveling is another thing, man. I'm just saying, put it out. They are not experienced enough.
Okay, this is coming from Charlie. We all know Charlie and DG in his private capacity as a DG president too. They've always been eating cane from Invisible Eagles. I think 3 losses in 1 year is making Charlie mad. But from your estimation, BAFC without a striker is finishing first.
Yes.
Colin FC that you have not seen. The team that finished last, that refused to play the last match in Texas Challenge, is finishing second. And Invisible Eagles, the silver medalists in the Texas Challenge, quarterfinals in the National, are going to finish third. And Schaumburg FC, we know they're here to. They're
Thanks for
careful
coming.
givers.
They are
Thanks
coming
for coming.
they are coming for thanks for coming.
So that's your own estimation. We'll go back to this video, but with my own prediction, I think Invisible Eagles will top that group. I think BAFC will finish second. I think Colin FC, based on experience, will finish third. And thanks for coming, Schaumburg FC. So that's my own estimation. So let's go to Group B real
All
quick.
right.
So Group B, we have the champions.
Do we even want to talk about Group B? I think this one is the most predictable out of all.
No,
But go ahead.
no. We have to give everybody, we have to give everybody. So we have Colin Stars, the defending champions. We have
Indigo.
Boston Eagles. We have Indigo. Indigo. It looks like a church team. And we have PLCFC. So first of all, let's not too much give Kinetic too much accolade. Let's go to Indigo FC. When I saw the name, I know they're from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at Indiana, I say, did they produce soccer players in Indiana? But they're going to come in. It's a short drive for them. Have you heard about Indigo FC?
So I have another shocker for you here. Football people that I know in the state of Illinois and its environs have told me that Indigo FC is coming and they are coming loaded. And these are people that I trust their opinions on the game of soccer. So I value that very, very well. Knowing what I know about Boston Eagles and knowing the unknown of PLCFC and then the pedigree of Calling Stars, I'm tipping Indigo to come out of this group as second place with Calling Stars.
Wow, the way you tip, it's just like American election when they want to declare results. With CNN, when Will Business says, you know what, based on this, I'm tipping this to win. So let's go to Calling Stars now. Calling Stars, Texas Challenge. With all the mouth from Kinetic, how we should chase him out of Houston if he doesn't bring that cup. They were kicked out by Houston Green Eagles. Calling Stars right now, I know it's gonna be hard to take that trophy from them because I've been to their trainings. Kinetic has merged. Excuse me. Kinetic has merged Houston Green Eagles and Calling Stars together, and they're flying one flag, and they're coming to Chicago. So it will be tantamount to suicide if any team wants to stop this Calling Stars team that I see. So, any thoughts on Calling Stars?
The only people that can stop Calling Stars from winning this trophy back to back is Calling Stars themselves. Now, with this our tournament, when you have 30 players and all 30 players believe that they can play and contribute to you winning the tournament, you are going to have a task on your hand managing those players. If the Calling Stars technical crew and coaching staff can manage the egos of all 30 players and get them all on one accord, Calling Stars is winning this trophy going away. If they cannot do that, then they are going to open the gate for somebody else to do it. But as far as this group is concerned, they should easily end this group in the first half of each game. They should easily end it. If they put stress for this group, then they are in trouble.
Okay. Are you writing off Coach Ashley and Boston Eagles? Thank you for coming again.
I love Coach Ashley. I love him with all my heart. NSFUSA chaplain, my Oga, my Egbon, everything about him. But Ogami, this group go chop you. It pass you. There's no Invincible Eagles B here for you to get 3 points from. Maybe PLCFC, whoever they are, might help you out, but I don't think you're going to beat Indigo based on what I've heard. And damn sure no, with Kinetic third team, you are still not going to beat them. You are not going to beat Calling Stars. So Boston Eagles, thanks for coming.
So is this, in WWF or WWE, when we used to watch wrestling, this is a retirement match. So Kinetic has promised to bring his coffin, and is after the match.
No, Egbon Ashley is not retiring from the game after this year.
No,
he's retiring.
Is a forced retirement.
Please. Kinetic and the rest, let us treat our Egbon with dignity. After 3 goals, just pass it around. There's no need to embarrass our Boston Eagles. We need them to keep coming.
So from Charlie's estimation, Group B goes, Calling Stars will finish with plus 50 goals. Indigo FC will finish second. The third team, there will be PLCFC, and you're tipping.
No, I think PLC is I don't know. Between them and Boston, they go figure out what they want to do with third and fourth place.
Okay, so that's how I think, Charlie, I share your reservation. I think I love Coach Ashley. I love him, but there's no miracle in this. Boston will be, the way Boston travels. By the time they get here, 6 players don't miss already.
Now you talk will not be me.
They never come with complete. Every year you go, the bench is like 4 players.
Yes.
So they can't.
But they always come. They always come. They are always there.
That's why we're thanking them for participating. But thank you, and go back home. Our Group C: Atlanta Eagles, 3 Points FC, Austin Eagles, Maryland United. Tricky, dicey, sweet recipe. Atlanta Eagles. Mazi, in our last podcast, he had his Cuba dread shed on. He said after the tournament, he's going to go take vacation to go relax because he knows they will win. The disgraceful outing last year, we have not
Yes.
forgotten it. The first
Yeah.
time I saw a defending champion finish a group with, I think, 0 points.
1
And
point.
the only 1 point.
Yeah.
And they now say round of 16. They
They
now
squeeze
announce.
inside.
They say Boston Atlanta Eagles. You needed to see jubilation. They were popping champagne for 1 point. And when they found out they were going to go play Calling Stars, I just looked at their face. Everything came down to zero again. So what are you expecting from Atlanta Eagles this year?
Atlanta Eagles at home in Atlanta, they had two teams. Dallas Golden Eagles played both those teams, and both those teams were very, very solid.
Yeah.
So they were able to put two teams together when they were at home at Atlanta, and they won it. Austin, they traveled, they couldn't travel, essentially. The team that they brought was a bad travel team. This tournament is not in Atlanta. This tournament is in Chicago. They have to travel again. So what are they coming with? Are they coming with the team in Atlanta? Or are they coming with the travel team to Austin last year? I will give them the benefit of that and say, okay, maybe they will come with a hybrid of some uselessness and some solid
Goodness.
players.
Yeah.
So I will give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe you come with a solid team. This group is actually very tough to predict. It's actually very tough to predict, and here's why. It's because of Atlanta and the way that they travel. Number two, 3 Points FC, right? 3 Points FC used to be stress-free because they come to tournaments, they want to come and shalaye, relax, faji, enjoy themselves. If they win, they win. If they don't win, they don't win. They don't really care. But something changed in California in 2019. The team that they brought to California in 2019 was not a stress-free team. That was a team that came to play. Followed on the last few years, they have gotten very, very stronger. Now they are at home. And we've all talked about recruiting at home and having players at home and the impact of that. I expect a very, very, very solid showing from 3 Points FC. A very solid showing. Austin Eagles, I have no idea, to be honest, because Chicago far. And, if you are not a normal traveling team, to carry a solid team to a place like Chicago is going to be very tough. So I'm unsure of what Austin Eagles is going to come as. And then Maryland United. See, here's why I'm very worried about Maryland United. Maryland United is an all-star team. What does that mean? There are like 16 Nigerian teams in Maryland. This Maryland United, they went to Kokoko. You come from here, you come from here, you come from here. They are putting together a squad to bring to this tournament. I am very, very wary of this team. And if it's a combination of a lot of solid players in Maryland, see this group that they are in right now, they are going to win it. They are going to win it.
Wow. I think I know you talked about 3 Point every stress-free. I think you're giving too much credit to 3 Point. I think they will come. They will come, and I love him a lot, but he will do what they always do. We always go back to precedent. They will do. I think 3 Point MC will finish last in that group. Atlanta Eagles. I share your sentiments about them traveling. I don't think they're a good traveling team. There's a reason why they won in 2021. That big, those players, they play good home. But traveling will be difficult. So I think Maryland for me will top this group. Between Atlanta and Austin. Austin Eagles are recruiting too. They are recruiting from Austin. So Austin Eagles is recruiting from Austin FC.
Good.
So almost the whole Austin is coming as one.
Correct.
So whether you're Zimbabwe, Tanzania, even if you're Benin or from Gambia, they're bringing everybody together and they are playing as one. So I think it's going to be a toss-up between Austin Eagles and
Atlanta.
And based on what Austin Eagles did in Texas Challenge, you could tell that they have gone up a little bit notch. The new government is all about, before, Austin Eagles Used to be good, then later they changed their ideology to let's go have fun. And now it's the new president, Abel, is saying that fun time, you don't pass.
Will they go national?
You go national, won't go win. And that's on the podcast he says he's not resting, he's not going on vacation. He's fighting. So I think Austin Eagles and Atlanta will fight for second. I don't know who to give, but I think it will be a strong. With my head, I'll go with Austin Eagles second. So
Yeah.
Maryland first, Austin second, Atlanta third, and 3 points will typically give 3 points to everybody. And
so if I had to pick, I'll pick Maryland and Atlanta. But if 3 points and Austin qualify, I will not be surprised.
Oh, okay. That's a political answer. Let's go to the last group. Let's go to the last group. This is the group, they say the group of death. You have Chicago Gazelle. You have the Ghana All Stars. You have LA Eagles. And you have Dallas Green Eagles. I'll start it off with this. Chicago Gazelle, pedigree strong.
Too strong.
History rich. The history is rich. The history is rich like it be like Bonnie Light crude. It's very rich.
If you talk NSFUSA, you mention Chicago Gazelle.
Chicago Gazelle. That is the benchmark. So no, and it's home. They're playing home. So if you take a miracle and kinetic, not being kinetic, to just shut up and just relax and they go it to stop this Chicago team. So I think Chicago, and I look at the Black Stars, from all indications, it's like they're going to be the Black Stars. Nothing will shine out of this. Nothing will shine out of them. So I'm tipping them for between LA Eagles and DG. Let me go. I love DG. I care about DG, But DG, as we know, the standard, the play, everything has come down. They are not the DG of old. To go to this tournament 12 times and your best position is semifinals. Come on. So I'm thinking DG will finish third, and I'm tipping LA Eagles to go on with Chicago. What are your thoughts?
I agree with you on Gazelle. I think Gazelle, man, everything points to them having a fantastic tournament. I think that's just it points to that matter. And if the schedules align, I'm expecting to see a Gazelle Calling Stars final or meeting, somewhere. But this soccer, many things don't happen before. I think this group, I think every team has to be strategic in how they approach this group. I think the Black Stars, they are a Ghanaian team. Ghanaians, and once it comes to competing with Nigerians, they die there. They are not coming to this tournament to come and take 3 goals from everybody. They will compete. So that Black Stars team is going to be crazy. LA Eagles, LA played DGE at home in 2019. DGE beat them. But in 2021, that team that LA took to Atlanta, there was a little guy there, they call him Messi. They played DG the last game of the group. That Messi guy scored 4 goals that day. LA knocked DG 6-1.
Wow.
So they came to Austin in 2022. Messi didn't come. He had gotten a contract with a pro team, so he wasn't able to make it. And LA didn't come out of the group. Yeah, and they played DG second team in Austin, and they beat DG second team. But I watched that game. It was a close game. LA's team was pretty strong as well. All of this depends on who you come with, how you travel, right? I think Gazelle will win this group. Easy. But I don't think it will be easy. I think they are going to have a fight on their hands, but they are going to win the group. The DG LA conundrum, that DG LA game, to me, is going to decide who goes with Gazelle. If one of those teams emerges victorious, that team is going with Gazelle because they are going to get a result. They are going to try their hardest to get a result against Black Stars. So if I had to tip, I'll tip Gazelle and DG to make it because I am seeing firsthand what DG is doing to get ready for the national. And if everything comes comes to fruition, they are going to come with a solid team. LA, if you not come with Messi, Mona no come. Just forget it. Just stay at home. Now Messi is your only player. If that guy doesn't come, or another Kokoye no follow him come, just Black Star safe go beat you now. You know, so come strong and come correct. But yeah, that's how I see this group unfolding.
So I'm not surprised. DG guy coming talking about DG and for the vets. So from your estimation, Chicago first, DG second, LA third, and Black Stars. It will really be black. It will be a Black Friday and Saturday for them.
But they will compete. If Black Stars will lose their games, they will lose like 1-0 or 2-1. You know, they won't be like Schomburg. Schomburg, I expect to carry basket full of goals back with them.
So based on your predictions, you're tipping a Chicago calling final.
If the schedules align, yes, I am. I will. But you know, if I had to be a betting man, that's the routes that I would take. But things happen, injuries happen, penalty shootouts happen, referee calls happen, many things happen.
And finally, if you were a betting man again, to bet, put the alternate, what are you giving? Who do you think will win it?
Who do I think will win what?
The tournament.
Whew. Oh boy. That's tough, man. I'll give it to Gazelle. This is Gazelle's to lose. It's their tournament to lose.
Gazelle over Colin?
This is Gazelle's tournament to lose.
Okay. Okay, so we went through it. These are our opinions. I think for me, I think it should be I think it's Collins to lose. I think the firepower that what Kinetic has done is immense, and they want to be the first team to go back to back.
Easy.
Easy. But let's look at the vets. The vets will give them 1 minute segment because we know it's all beer parlor players. Come run 20 minutes, 5 minutes, and I hope as executives we are getting paramedics ready around the vicinity. Make sure. So the vets, DG vets, Gazelle, LA, and Invisible. Thoughts?
I just saw DG vets last weekend, 2 weeks ago. The team was very solid. Now, granted, they had some sprinkle of superstardom from some of our brothers in history, but the team is already prepared. They are ready to go. My tip is DG Vets to win the Vets tournament.
Wow, DG Vets! I bet you haven't seen Invisible Vets. What if? So DG Vets, this Vets one is beer. We'll have beer around the corner. Play 10 minutes.
That is it too. 10 minutes and hydrate with Heineken.
Well, Charlie, thank you for coming out. We're really excited. The next podcast we do will be dissecting going into the quarterfinals, breakdown of the games, and let's see, if your prediction will be the prediction that will come true, and who knows. So thank you very much, Ali, for joining. Really appreciate this time, and Chicago 2023. Let's go.
All right. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.